Hello, everybody. How are you, Uber drivers and Lyft drivers? I'm Cece. How are you? Anyways, so I'm driving, of course, pretty much every day. And every day, I'm going to try to be kind of humble and not harsh because, I've interacted with a few people on Facebook. And I just don't seem to really understand how people are still just sitting at the airport. I don't get that methodology of making money. I think I spoke about this before. I understand some people have been in a workplace for a while, so they're just kind of sitting and waiting for somebody to tell them what to do. Like if you are sitting at the airport, you're just essentially waiting for that ping to pick up that person. But I don't understand how that works as far as making money. As an entrepreneur, because you are your own business person doing Uber and Lyft, they are not your boss. They are just the initiators of the app, and they run like what goes on with the app, but they are not your boss. You are your own boss. You are your own business entity, whether you know it or not, for this thing. And you have to learn to run it accordingly, run it as such. This is your own business. You need to maximize your time doing this if you're going to do it. Now, some people, of course, are doing it as a quote side hustle or something on the side from their job or whatever. And then there are people that are actually doing this full time, pretty much like myself. I have set a goal for myself every day. I need to up that goal because I meet that goal in like 3 hours. My goal is only like $100. So I need to change my goal personally. And I need to, I need to do that, change my goal. But this video is, because I shouldn't be getting frustrated, but I am frustrated because every single day I see something about people talking about waiting at the airport.
Proceed straight on Jennings Station.
Somebody looked today at the airport situation. There's like 91 people at the airport. And she said 91 people at the airport, ridiculous. Yeah, it is ridiculous. It's ridiculous because there are 91 people sitting at the airport waiting for something to happen. You're waiting in queue for your turn to pick somebody up to take them wherever. I don't understand that. That is not running your business effectively, in my opinion. It's not. It's really not. A couple things. Again, I've been interacting with people on Facebook, but sitting at the airport is not getting you any money. Now, if this is new to you, I understand you're kind of just playing probably follow the leader. And these people that are sitting at the airport are not leaders. They're just not. And I'm not trying to throw shade or anything at anybody particularly, but you're not making any money just sitting at the airport. I cannot emphasize that enough. That's just not how you do it. What you should be doing as a business owner, which you are, you should be maximizing the moment by finding areas that are lucrative for you. Not lucrative for everyone else. Like you see everybody talking about what it is that they're doing. But you need to specify this thing for yourself, okay? You should be looking to find out what works for you. First of all, you need to be committed. You totally need to be committed to this thing. Decide to be committed. Don't take snack breaks. Don't take naps. Don't take, all these different breaks. Do all these different things. You have to be committed as if you were on somebody else's job. You would not be, hopefully you wouldn't be doing all this stuff if you were working for somebody else. So many people just are not committed and they're sitting around waiting for pings. That is not how this works. You need to drive around to different areas and see what is going on in those areas. Another thing people do is they tend to go to like these events. Like if I'm noticing that there's a Cardinals game, then my first inclination is to run downtown and drive everybody around at the Cardinals game or whatever. Yeah, that'll make you some money, I guess. But personally, I don't like doing that because it's so crowded downtown. You can't even get around like you need to. It's fine. If that's what you choose to do and you're getting customers that way, that's fine. But again, you have to find your own way in this thing. Personally, what I choose to do is I choose to really go away from the events and the Cardinals games and all this stuff, because if everybody is saturated in that particular area, what about the regular people? What about the people that still need to go places, that still need to go to work because they work at night, or they need to come home from work, or they need to come from the mall, or they need to come from Target, or they need to come from Monsanto, or they need to come from their grandma's house? Who knows? But if everybody is sitting at the, not the airport, at the Cardinals games or the events, the other people are just going by the wayside. And I've seen it. You know, people like to say that it's saturated. This area is not saturated. I am from Seattle, where it is actually saturated. So this area is not saturated. There's still enough money out here for people to do what they need to do to get some money. Seriously. So my thing is this. What is it that you could be doing differently to actually make this thing work for you? It's not sitting at the airport. It's not sitting at these events. It's not doing any of those things that you see everybody doing all the time. You need to do something for yourself. Okay? When you see that you aren't getting any pings or anything like that, you need to do Uber Eats. Nobody's doing Uber Eats. You know why I know nobody's doing Uber Eats? Because they keep trying to up the ante for Uber Eats. They keep trying to, entice people or whatever. I kid you not. Like, as soon as I drop off some food, there is another thing there. Sometimes on my way to drop off food, there's another thing there for me to drop off. It is better than sitting and doing nothing. And this is for real work for me. I'm not doing this as a, quote, side hustle or anything like that. Anything I'm doing to the fullest, because I expect to make money from it. I expect it to do what it's supposed to do for me. I didn't get this vehicle to be sitting around, waiting at the airport, or sitting around, waiting for a Cardinals game. No, I got this vehicle so that I can maximize the opportunity to make some money, okay? So right now, I'm doing Uber Eats. I saw that my pings weren't going off or whatever, so I decided to do Uber Eats today. Some people do Postmates or the other food apps or whatever. I've chosen not to do those right now. I don't feel like getting into that. But if I needed to, I sure would. I'm definitely not going to be sitting at an airport waiting for somebody to get off an airplane. To me, that is just, that's an insult to yourself. I just can't do it. Me personally. Again, no shade at anybody else, but I cannot see sitting around and waiting for something to happen. You have to make something happen. You have to get out here and make something happen. If you need tips or suggestions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm on Instagram at IamCCHarry. You can email me at IamCCHarry@gmail.com. My name, IamSISIHARRY@gmail.com. Okay? This is serious, people. Here's the opportunity to make money, and every day I see people talking about the airport. That is so aggravating to me. I've waited at the airport for hours and no pings. I've been on the thing and no pings. Okay, so are you actually really sitting there waiting for pings? No, you have to go make the pings happen. Have you driven out to St. Peter's? Have you driven to Illinois? Have you driven to parts unknown? Do you know that people in the, quote, hood, which is all of St. Louis, in North County, they love Lyft? Do you have Lyft, or are you just dependent on Uber? Because Uber is so lucrative, well, for you, I guess. Have you decided to just turn your Lyft completely off? You got to make this thing happen. You totally have to make this thing happen. I have 3 phones, actually 4, but I have 3 phones because I am using Lyft on one phone, Uber on another phone, and I talk on one phone. Okay? I totally do. Excuse me, ma'am. I totally do all of them. Okay? On one phone. Now you could, not on one phone, on separate phones. You could do one phone if you like, but that's just not the way I do it. So anyway, you just have to make this opportunity happen. And if you need some tips or suggestions, I offer consultation. Definitely reach out to me if you are interested. I am ccherry@gmail.com or Instagram at IamCCHarry. You can inbox me. You can find me on Facebook. Same thing, CC Harry. Just type it in, SISIHARRY. You can definitely find it. Now, what I'm going to do also is show you how this works. If you're not in the know about Uber Eats, right now I just arrived at Kathy's Kitchen. So this is what it looks like. Okay, can you see that? Kathy's Kitchen. It's kind of bright, but Kathy's Kitchen is where I am. So what I need to do is press the button that says pick up and order. Okay, and then I'm not going to do anything else. The next screen looks like this. Okay, so I'm going to go in there and I'm going to tell them I have an order for Jaleesa C. I guarantee you the order for Jaleesa C is ready because this place is very efficient. Now, if you deal with Hooters, that's another story. But I'm going to walk you through this situation. So we're going to go in here right now. And again, I'm using more than one phone. That's why I can show you the other phone and walk in here at the same time. So I'm going to walk in here. And see, they even have a sign up that they do Uber Eats. We deliver on Uber Eats, okay? So let's go in here right now. How you doing? Perfect. How are you? So they actually have the order ready. I see it here for Jaleesa. See? They have the order ready. They're very good here. Hooters is not very good, so I don't like Hooters, but here they're very good. So I've got the order. I'm picking it up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to check it. And they asked me how did it go. I'm going to check that one. And then next. And then now I need to start the trip on the way to Jaleesa's house. See how easy that is? Thank you guys. See how easy that is? It makes no sense for you to be sitting around and waiting for pings at the airport. I just keep saying that because it's just so degrading to be sitting and waiting for pings at the airport when you could be doing Uber Eats. Those nice people have the food ready. They're ready to go. I'm putting it in my car right now. In between time, you know, if somebody needs a regular ride, I leave my app on just in case. Peace and love to you. Thank you. But anyway, I leave that on just in case, like, you know, leave my phone on just in case, I should say. Oh, wow. Let me turn it off. Just in case somebody decides that they want to ride.
Message from Jaleesa. Hey, my address is 933 Mersha Street.
Okay, so Jaleesa just sent me a message. Jaleesa is the lady who is getting food, okay? So I am totally... And that's another thing. Just like in Uber, they can send you messages. You can send them messages. You can call them. You can do all that stuff. And you are tempted to probably stop and eat at these places, which, I mean, you could, but I'm not. I am not eating. I'm working, okay? I'm not going to eat until I feel like I really need to eat, which I'm probably going to just rock it out until dinner time. Because I know that dinner is basically already ready. I don't need to eat. I do need to drink water, but I don't really need to eat. So that's how I do it. But basically now, what happens is I'm going to Jaleesa's house. And she has given me this address. I don't know why, but what I'm going to do is type it in, 933 Mercia. I'm going to go to my maps. And I'm going to type it in just to make sure we get there. So I'm going to type it in the maps. 933 Murcia. Okay. So my map says it's an 18-minute drive. So here we go. So I'm driving there, right? I mean, again, you may feel a little slighted because it's not going to be as much money as taking someone to and from the airport, which, okay, would you rather be sitting around at the airport doing nothing? You shouldn't. You should be maximizing this opportunity. It's not just an opportunity to pick up and deliver food, pick up and deliver people. You know, it's a networking opportunity. You just never know who is going to be in your car, you know, or who you're going to talk to, you know. Like those nice people at the restaurant. I would definitely recommend people go there. So nice networking opportunity. But yeah, people just maximize this moment. I'm so serious. Woo, because every day when I see somebody talking about all the people at the airport, of course they're at the airport. They're no different than you. You're sitting there at the airport waiting for something to happen. Again, maximize the opportunity. Go to different areas. Drive to St. Peter's. Drive to St. Charles. I'm new here. I'm from Seattle. I'm new here, and I drive anywhere. I go way out to wherever to make sure that I am checking up on different areas that might work for me. Everybody's saturated downtown at the Cardinals game. I'm not necessarily interested in being at the Cardinals game. I want to be somewhere else. I'm going to be where other people have regular stuff going on in life and they can't get a ride. And that happens a lot because they will pull me from one area of town to go 12 minutes somewhere else, which means there's nobody in that area of town because they're at the Cardinals game trying to pick up riders for these short little trips. Sometimes you do get the long trips, great, whatever. But I'm saying, just maximize your time. Go to other areas. Go to Illinois. Go to St. Peter's. Go to Wentzville. Drive to those areas. Don't sit around and wait at the airport. Sit at the hotels. If you want to do some sitting, go early in the morning to the hotels. People are always going to the airports from the hotels. I guarantee you that. And I don't mean the ones downtown because those are saturated with taxi drivers. So go out to these different areas, like, maybe Westport. Maybe you feel that's out of your comfort zone or you don't want to drive that far or whatever. Well, you are hurting your own self, okay? You have to, again, go out to these different areas and just kind of scout them out and see what's going to work for you. I love this. I've been doing it for a long time. I've been doing it for a while. And I love it. You are controlling your own time. You get to meet different people, give out your business cards. It's definitely a networking opportunity. If you watch my other video, I talk about business cards. I think it's either my first or second video, but I talk about the business cards and putting your Uber and Lyft information on there, on the business card, which is very necessary. So people know how to sign up with you and sign up under you so you get the benefit of that. But yeah, people, so I am just driving. I'm going to get on 270 East here in a minute. And I hope you all are enjoying your day. I'm going to also share this on Facebook. Maybe share it on Twitter. But it's kind of out of my frustration because I get so irritated with people talking about their waiting at the airport. Again, I offer consultation. If you want to reach out to me, that's definitely possible. I've been an entrepreneur for a very long time. I do this for real. This is for real. Forget full time, doing it full time. No, I do this for real. That's what I call it. I call it doing it for real. So if you're looking to do it for real and you need some help doing it for real, reach out to me so I can help you do it for real at imccharry@gmail.com. Email me. I would tell you to call me, but I guess it's probably not. I don't know. I don't know my Google phone number right now, but you could definitely reach out to me. Reach out to me on Facebook. I guess you could call me through Facebook. That's an option. Alrighty, guys. Happy Ubering and Lyfting. I'm going to sign out before I get on the freeway. All right.